I used to think Anki just wasn't for me. Flashcards were boring, took forever to make, and I could never stay consistent with them. But then I discovered a simple trick that completely changed how I make my flashcards, and suddenly remembering new vocabulary has become drastically easier and even fun. So in this video, I'm going to show you how this method works step by step, explain why it works so well, and finally how I create and review my flashcards now to stay consistent and actually remember words permanently. So in order to demonstrate this method, I've got this book here called Short Stories in Spanish for Beginners, but technically you can use absolutely any content for this step. So a TV show, a podcast, a YouTube video, but to ensure that this step is going to be effective, you should pick something that is not too easy, but not too difficult. I'm a Spanish beginner, so it wouldn't make sense for me to pick a news report, for example, as that's gonna go way over my head. I've read this book in German and French and now doing Spanish. I highly recommend it, so I'll link it below if you are interested. And I've also got with me some post-it notes and a pencil. Now for step one, ideally I've already had a bit of a read through the first section, or I've already watched a piece of content first, just because it's gonna make you a bit more familiar with the content, and I can test myself to see what I understand first before doing a deep dive. And then the second time I go through it again. No sé, supongo que podríamos ir por ese camino, contestó Silvia. So I underline any words that I don't know as I'm going. Now, if you don't like writing in books, or if it's like a library book, for example, you can use a phone note and just type down unknown words as you go, or you can use a post-it note and just stick it in the book and write down the list of words that you don't know. And you can do something similar if you're watching a video or listening to a podcast, just write down the words either in a notebook or capture them in a note on your phone. So I will keep on reading and repeating this process just until I feel like stopping. The trick here is to pick some content that you are genuinely interested in, which makes this whole thing even more fun and even easier. So before I dive into the memory trick, first I'm going to explain why this works so well. Spaced repetition is a scientifically proven method, which strengthens your memory by testing you on new information at gradually increasing intervals. And if you forget a word, it's going to reset back to the beginning until you finally remember it. The problem is that the traditional way of creating flashcards with Anki did not work for me. I hated going through and translating every single word and tediously just staring at boring words when I was doing my flashcards. It was slow and I couldn't be bothered to actually do all my daily reviews. The words were often random and completely out of context. It was tedious, frustrating, and I could just never stay consistent with it. On top of that, there was the big problem of translating every single word back into my native language, which slows down the process when you then go and talk to other people, because you've always got to translate things in your head back into English first and then into the language. And every single day you have to go through the same mind-numbing process for it to actually be effective. Otherwise your flashcards will inevitably pile up and then I would definitely quit. So all of this changed when I discovered the method in the Fluent Forever book by Gabriel Weiner. It gives you a way to create flashcards without translating them into your native language at all. It ties personal connections to each word, which scientifically makes them easier to remember. It makes the flashcards prettier to look at, and it makes this process quicker and more enjoyable to actually review and create flashcards as well. So for this method, you need a spaced repetition software. I'm using Anki, either the desktop or the mobile app. On iPhone, you do have to pay an upfront fee, but then after that, there's nothing else. It just gives me so much flexibility and accessibility to create and also review my flashcards no matter where I am. So the first step is to take your first word and to go into Google Images and search for the word there. And you see what comes up. Now, if it's something pretty obvious like a cat, you'll very likely be able to decipher the meaning of the word without needing to translate the word at all. But sometimes there are image results that are a bit vague, or you might be looking up a more complex word, something like loyalty, for example. So if you are unclear about what the word means, you can then take your word into a translation tool like Google Translate, DeepL, or even Reverso just to understand it. But that's the only time when you're going to actually need to translate this word. just this once. Once you have the meaning of the word, you want to go back into Google Images. You can choose at least one picture that connects you and the meaning of this word to the word. Now, as a bonus, if you're on your phone or your desktop and you have access to your personal photos and you can find an image of your own to link to this word, then do that instead. Now, the whole reason behind choosing an image is because humans retain information way better when forming a connection with an image rather than a word. And then this additional step of you picking the image that speaks to you makes it even easier to remember because it's adding a personal connection and a personal experience that you've already gone through with this word, rather than just taking the word, plopping it into Google Translate, slamming it into an Anki card and pressing next. It's so difficult to actually care about that word when you do it that way. So then in Anki, you want to copy the image and paste it in a separate field and then put the word in your target language in another field. Make sure that these flashcards are forward and reverse cards. This means that for every card that you add, 2 cards will be created. One will just show the word and then you have to recall the associated picture, and the other card that's going to be created shows the picture and you have to recall the word. And actually, for a bonus exercise, you can even try to create your own sentence with the word in it. And then you can edit the card and add this as an example to the flashcard, making it even stronger. You could also take the entire sentence that you learnt the new word from and put that into a field as well, because that's also going to add context. And for even trickier cards especially, I will take a bit more time to add some bonus information to make this flashcard even better. There's also a personal connection field. If there was a picture of a cat, I could add the name of my cat to this field. Now, if the pronunciation of the word is tricky, sometimes I'll head to forvo.com and we'll download an MP3 of a native speaker pronouncing the word. And then I can drag that into my flashcard. And that's really powerful because hearing a word as well as seeing it strengthens the tie further. But as a cool little trick here, there's actually an Anki add-on tool that I found. If you're on the desktop, all you have to do is click a button at the top. It's going to search for MP3s of this word, and then you can just click a button and it's straight away going to insert that into your flashcards. Now, another big issue that I've struggled with language learning is genders of nouns. There's actually a genius trick, again, that I got from Fluent Forever that will even help you to remember the gender of the word, but it barely takes any effort at all. The trick is to assign separate verbs to each feminine, masculine, and neuter noun. You can pick whatever you want, but for example, sparkling for feminine nouns, exploding for masculine nouns, and freezing for neuter nouns. And what you do is you basically have to take the picture of the noun that you selected and imagine it doing that verb. So for example, in Spanish, the word for blood is la sangre. And initially I couldn't remember what that was and I kept thinking it was masculine. But as soon as I started picturing the blood sparkling for feminine, now I have a way easier time remembering that it's a feminine noun because I think of Spanish blood and I think of it sparkling. Might be a bit weird, but it really works. And by the way, I have also put together a summary of the main takeaways that I found when I was reading this book, along with a quick link section because the author does also link to many free resources. And one of those resources is a link to the Anki flashcard model decks that I've been showing in this video. So you can find that template and that summary in the description below if you want to check it out, or you can also explore the Fluent Forever website for yourself. So then all that's left is to do your reviews for the day. I do have a couple of tricks as well to help you stick at this because this has been something I've struggled with in the past. Already, this process of seeing the own pictures that I have compiled, that I have selected to tie together with a word makes this process more fun. I'm seeing the time that I've created to do all this. I'm seeing sometimes my experiences in the words. Sometimes I'll have a giggle or a smile or I'll laugh a little bit because I'm even recalling these fun experiences and memories that I have. For example, whenever I see the word for fire in Spanish pop up, I have to smile because I see this tiny little picture of a flame and it takes me back to when I went camping with my partner and it was absolutely pissing down with rain and somehow this tiny little fire was kept alive the whole time and we were able to cook dinner. If you've taken the time to create your cards nicely, it's already going to be a more fun experience. But I've even got some more tips for you. Second, I make sure to use the Anki app on my phone. This literally means that I can do this no matter where I am. I can sync the words from my desktop onto my phone. I can sit on the toilet and do my flashcard reviews. But because this method is more effective than just remembering words, I'm remembering these words way easier than when I used to review cards of just trying to remember random text. So on average, I would say that it takes me probably 10 minutes to do my flashcards. Some days, maybe it'll take me 20 minutes if I have a lot. And if I'm adding a whole bunch of more words, well then that's going to obviously take a lot longer. Now, we do all have tough days sometimes, and sometimes the motivation is just not there. Now, a trick that Gabriel Weiner suggests in his book is just to review 5 words on those really tough days. And the logic behind this is so you don't break the habit. Another day when you're feeling more motivated, you can do a little bit more catch up. It's harder to start a brand new habit than to keep an existing one going. And something else that I like to keep in mind from the book is that Gabriel said that flashcard creating is really, really fun. You're learning and creating pathways in your brain, and you can visibly see your progress as well in how many cards you're able to remember. It's even motivating, and it's actually a self-esteem boost too, because through doing this process, you know that you're bettering yourself, you know that you're learning, and every single time you can recall a card, you feel like a rock star. Now again, if you do want to get access to my summary and the Notion template that I did up about my Fluent Forever takeaways, I have a link to download that in the description below. I really hope that this trick has been insightful, and if you are curious about another cool vocabulary trick which doesn't actually require any flashcards, then go and check out this video here next.